Good afternoon, everyone, and those of you who have just joined us on the live stream, welcome to Tollcross International Swimming Centre for the first day of the West District Short Course Championships. This is our junior age group, it's 13 and under. Just before we get underway, the attention for health and safety. In the event of an emergency, siren will sound, staff will direct you to the nearest exits. Check where those are, keep those clear at all times. No glass items or outdoor footwear poolside. And please dry off as best you can, especially if you're coming up the stairs on this side. And wear appropriate clothing and footwear, and do not sit on any of the stairs. No mobile phones in the toilets, showers or changing areas. If you haven't already filled in any forms for taking videos, could you do so? Those forms are available at the foyer. Videos can only be posted on secure club websites, not on any other social media. Our senior officials for this afternoon, our referees Craig MacDonald, George Laurie, and our starter is Ross Stewart. We get underway in a few moments with 400 free. We alternate girls and boys throughout the afternoon, so it's 400 free is the first event. We then move on to the 100 breaststroke. Before that, we've got a 200 butterfly, a couple of heats, one for boys, one for girls. And 7 and 8 events are 50 backstroke, and we conclude with a 200 meters individual medley for the girls and boys. Sessions scheduled to last around 3 hours, so hopefully we'll be finished around about 3:45. We had some teething problems with the electronic scoreboard this morning. It looks like we still have those gremlins with us, so it might be a little bit slower going through the heats or the events today. All these events are heat declared winners, no finals. Age groups for medals 11, 12 and 13. Throughout the afternoon we'll hopefully get the various results and announce the medalists in the various events that we have up and coming. 2 events from this morning that we've still to announce. The 100 backstroke for the boys, an 11-12-year age group. Aaron Machin, Western Bartonshire was first, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde second, Murray Johnson was third. And in the 13-year-old boys, Ethan Collins, Bellsill Sharks, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim, Kyle Mossman from City of Glasgow. Ladies, I think you can make your way round if you're ready. If our marshals are ready, we will get the swimmers to come round for our first event. And the medalists in our last result from this morning in the 11 and 12-year-old age group for the 50 butterfly. First was Amy Dobson from Kingston, second Casey Dixon, Rutherglen, and third Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. And the 13-year-olds, first was Evie Mackey from Lanark, second Molly Irvin Watson, Stranraer Stingrays, and third Emily Dawson, Mulgine Bearsten. So I think we've given you all the medalists from this morning. So we have 4 heats of girls 400 meter individual 400 meters freestyle. We finish with an individual medley later on. One final result from this morning, the boys 50 butterfly in the 11, 12-year-old age group. Aaron Machin was first from Stefan Navachuk's, and Finlay Maurice third, and 11, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, Adam Merrick, the winner from Cumbernauld, second Cameron Beck, Inverclyde, and third Max Miller, West Dunbartonshire.
So we move on to our first heat of the afternoon. So lane 2, we have Cara Moncella from Kilmarnock. 3, Kimberly Cameron, North Ayrshire. 4, Abigail Faulkner, Lark Hall. 5, Alex Shepherd, Cumbernauld. 6, Chloe Campbell, Kilmarnock. 7, Madison Gourley from North Ayrshire. So as the swimmers come out the first turn, taking an early lead is lane 5, is Alex Shepherd from Cumbernauld. She's got a few swimmers all round about her. 16 lengths to go, so everything can change. Now we've got 2 12-year-olds and 4 13-year-olds in this race. So at the moment, lane 5 is leading, and she's been entered in a time of 7:13. So we'll see what happens with the time. So when these young swimmers are trying to do a 400, it's all about pacing themselves and trying to keep doing the same time for stroke for all the different lengths, which they'll work on in training with their coach. And because of the pandemic, a lot of these swimmers have not been able to swim for a long time, so a lot of them can be doing events sometimes maybe for the first time in a competition. Now, unfortunately, our scoreboard's still not up and running. However, the times from this morning were coming on live stream, so I think that'll probably happen again. So Alex has got quite a commanding lead there. In second place is lane 4, is Abigail Faulkner. And third at the turn there. It's very close between lanes 6 and lane 3, and lane 5, sorry. But Alex is certainly coming in. So Alex turned in there. I never stopped watch. So as Alex comes in, and that's the halfway mark that she was turning at, unfortunately we have no scoreboard. It's difficult to keep up with what their times are. So swimmers, cheer on your teammates with no spectators, and nobody will hear the voices from home cheering on. So make some noise and encourage your teammates. So Alex still has a commanding lead there. And Kimberly Cameron from North Ayrshire is in second place. And slightly in third place is Abigail Faulkner from Lark Hall. So the entry times range here from 6:47 down to 8:09. So Alex is still keeping this lead that she's got on. So let's hear some noise for these swimmers in the pool. They've got to do these 16 lengths, not easy for them, so make some noise. If you've got teammates out there, cheer them on. We shouldn't be having a deadly silence. I'll need to write them down for the next one. So it'll be interesting to see what time Alec does at the end of this. So we're coming up for the final 50 here from her, and I don't think anybody else is going to become anywhere near her. So still coming through in second place is Kimberly Cameron, just turns, then Abigail Faulkner from Lark Hall, and then turning after her is Chloe Campbell. But here comes Alex, she's coming down here. I say unfortunately we haven't got her time. Hopefully it's a good one, but there's absolutely no doubt that she has won this heat. Well done, Alex. So down coming just up to the 5 metre flags, we have a race on here for second and third place. This is very well done, girls.
Girls, just relax. We'll get you underway in just a moment or two.
So the other two swimmers came in, like, what were they, half a length behind? Right? So if they were and there's no way that she wasn't first. It's like I'm in charge, I'm the senior. That's why I said to him,
So on to our second heat. 10 go in this one. N0, Abigail Quinn from Kilmarnock. Ellie Telfer, Larkhall Avondale in 1. 2, Amy McCready, Bellsill Sharks 3. 3, Emily Maguire, North Ayrshire. 4, Grace Smith, Larkhall Avondale. 5, Erin Burnett, Mulgine Bearsden. 6, Ella Ammon from Scotia. 7, Ava Steele, Falkirk Otter. 8, Ellie Mayer, Larkhall Avondale. And 9, Alicia Thompson from Cumbernauld. So a nice strong start. We had Alex Shepherd winning the swimming pretty well in that last one. Teammates going very strongly in this one. Alicia Thompson. So the Cumbernauld lass, Alicia going pretty well at this early stage. Whole group of swimmers sort of vying for third place. We've in 2, Amy McCready from Bellsill, Emily Maguire, North Ayrshire. 4, Grace Smith from Larkhall Avondale. Almost in a line for that second place. Another Larkhall swimmer, Ellie Mayer, in 8, and Isla Ammon in 6. So 5 girls probably separated by about a second. But one girl has this one pretty well wrapped up. Alicia Thompson. Probably about 10 metres clear now. She's actually the slowest coming into this. She has an entry time of 6:42. We've no idea what she's going to finish on, but well clear. So we've gone past halfway now. And that contest for second, now just Ella Ammon, in the green cap of Scotia, just easing a metre clear of Grace Smith in lane 4 from Larkhall. Gap now is approaching 15 metres. And if she keeps this up, she'll be a good 25 clear probably at the end. 250. Isla Ammon in second, then it's Grace Smith in 4, Emily Maguire in 3, Amy McCready in 2, separated maybe by a metre and a half for third, fourth and fifth. Our leader coming down towards the 300 mark. She's about 17 metres clear now. Well, still pretty tight for third place. Good race on there. Grace Smith, Amy McCready, Emily Maguire. Advantage with the Larkhall Lass in third place. Well, the leader still maintains probably about 18 metres now. I think if I've been counting correctly, I think this is the final 50 that she's going on to. So this has been a super swim from Alicia. Teammate winning the last pretty comfortably. So a great swim from Alicia Thompson. Second place looks to be Isla Ammon. And it's very, very tight for third. Can Ellie Telfer get up to beat Emily Maguire? Well, it's going to be on the touch. Oh, I think the Bells Hill Lass just got that. Emily, I think she thought she had another 50 to do. And that also encouraged Amy McCready to also think, oh, I'm not finished, I'll do another 50 as well. But well done, girls over there. Well, we have an unofficial time of somewhere around about 5:55, and that's a super swim from Alicia in at a 6:42. So taking, well, some 45 seconds plus off that entry time. So well done, Alicia. Just wait for that to be confirmed. Just relax for a moment, girls. So just about to move on to our third heat.
Telling Ross a lot of rubbish. Ross is going to do his referee's team. So we move on to heat 3. In 0, Lucy McLaughlin, Inverclyde. In 1, Hannah Adair, North Ayrshire. In 2, Amy Dobson, Kingston. No swimmer in lane 3. In 4, Cara White, Ren 96. No swimmer in 5. In 6, Kate Stewart, North Ayrshire. 7, Rebecca Marsh, Renfrew Bath. 8, Carly Black, Dumfries. 9, Daisy Kelly, also Dumfries. So as the swimmers come up to the first 50, looks like it's a swimmer from Ren 96, lane 4, Cara White, who's taken an early lead here. But everything to play for with 16 lengths in this race. It's very much a level playing field out there. But we still have the same. Cara's still out in front, but coming close at her heels is lane 2 and also lane 6. So we have Kate in lane 6 and Amy in lane 2, and also coming through in lane 7 is Rebecca. So it's the turn at the first 100. So the swimmers are all starting to. So as they turn up at the turn end, we still have the same order, but it looks as though the gap's getting closed slightly here. Cara's still out in front, but Kate is pushing through. So this could get quite interesting as they turn. Not sure who turned first there. It might even have been Kate in lane 6. Without the electronics, it's difficult to tell, but Kate is now pulling forward. So this looks as though she's going to take the lead now. We've got a mixture of ages in here. We've got some few 12-year-olds and the rest 13. So Kate is slightly out in front here. Cara pulled it back slightly, but she's in second place, and over in lane 2 is Amy, who's in third place. So lane 6 definitely turns first at the 150 mark. And what's that? So as they turn to come down for the 250 mark, the last turn was 200. Kate's quite a strong lead now. She's entered at a 5:51. So Kate has pulled ahead here. So I'm not sure if Cara's going to be able to hold on to second place, but there's still quite a distance to go. She's still holding on to second place. But Kate is coming through here for the 300 mark, so 4 lengths to go. So Cara turns in second, and turning in third place was lane 7, which is Rebecca Marsh from Renfrew Bath. The range of times here stretching from 5:45 up to 6:05 for their entry time. There's no doubt who our leader is as Kate comes down to with 2 lengths to go when she touches here. And it looks like lane 9 is coming through here. Daisy Kelly from Dumfries, she's put in a strong last few lengths here. So she's turned in second place, and Cara is in third place. But pulling through as well strongly is Rebecca Marsh. So here comes Kate coming down here, and nobody's going to be able to take over from her now as she comes down to 5 metre mark and she comes into the finish. So that's Kate finishes first. Somewhere around the 5:25 mark. We're not quite sure of the time here, but this is a race on for third place. Second place is lane 9, Daisy Kelly, well done. And third place goes to lane 7, to Rebecca Marsh from Renfrew Bath. Well done, girls, great swimming.
Our final heat. In 0, Amber Hinton, Dumfries 1, Evie Chan, North Ayrshire. Only two 12-year-olds in this one. In 3, Lisa McNair, Grangemouth. 3, Ciara Middleton, Stirling Swim. 4, Molly Irvin Watson from Stranraer Stingrays. 5, Gina Wren, Surrey Glasgow. 6, Emma Binney, North Ayrshire. 7 and 8, Empty Lanes. And 9, Ava Service, Dumfries. Well, Molly Irvin Watson, Gina Wren performed admirably this morning. Looks like we might have a race in our hands in this one. Both these girls in just a little bit over the 5-minute mark. Molly with their entry time of 5:03.21. Gina 5:09.72. Molly runner-up in that 50 butterfly, the last event of the morning. And there's very little between the two girls at the moment. Gina, bronze medalist in the backstroke this morning. And both girls first and second in the 200 breast, Molly and Gina. And of course, Gina swam the 1500 free as well, so she's been a busy girl this morning. Maybe that just taking that little bit extra out of her, that 1500 from this morning, as she just drops back a little bit. On paper, there's about 6.5 seconds between the two. We're approaching the halfway mark here. And the gap is growing quite significantly. Plenty of leg kick coming from Gina. Molly a little bit more relaxed. Third place in lane 6, Emma Binney from North Ayrshire. And the 12-year-old Evie Chan from North Ayrshire also going well in 4th place, ahead of Lisa McNair. Now advantage around 5 metres. So 250. Still a nice healthy advantage between Molly and Gina. It's a North Ayrshire contest for third place. Emma Binney coming under a wee bit pressure. Evie Chan in lane 1, trying to get close to her teammate. There's maybe about 1.5 meters between those two. Lisa McNair also putting in a late charge to try and get in the mix. But I can't see past Molly now. She's opened up 6 meters or so advantage, turning just a little over 3:45. So if she can just pick up the pace a little bit in that final 100, she might just get pretty close to 5 minutes. Gina's still working hard. And the two North Ayrshire girls not that much further behind, Emma and Evie. Certainly the youngster over on the far side, the 12-year-old, is really travelling nicely, Evie Chan. She's gone third. And legs beginning to get going now for Molly, putting in that little bit extra kick down the final 100. Gina still holds on to second place. Still not much between Evie and her teammate Emma. Still advantage with the swimmer over in lane 1. Might be close for second here, but Molly Irvin Watson comes down, finishes pretty much on her entry time. It's going to be tight for second. Gina just holds on for second. A great swimmer on the far side, Evie Chan. Both these girls separated by barely a second. Evie taking round about 10 seconds off that, about 20 seconds off that 5:36 entry time. As Amber Hinton comes in and concludes our first event. Thank you, girls. Well done.
So we move on to the boys, 11 to 13, 400 freestyle. There is 3 heats, and this is heat 1. In lane 2, we have Lewis Ryder from Lark Hall. 3, Logan Moffat, Kirkintilloch. 4, Jack Hickney, Kirkintilloch. 5, Zachary Dormer, Falkirk. And 6, Finlay Hindleson from Dumfries. So we've got an 11-year-old and some 12-year-olds and a 13-year-old out there. So mixture of ages and mixture of times ranging from 6:36 to 6:51. Turning first was lane 2, Lewis Ryder. Closely followed by Logan in lane 3. They're all quite close though, so 16 lengths, anything can happen. Lewis has still got a slight lead there in lane 2, but Logan keeping as close as he can to him. And the other 3 swimmers, Jack, Zachary and Finlay, are all very much equal. So this could be quite an interesting race here. Logan looks as though he's pulling slightly away as they come up to turn for the first 100. And Logan does turn first, and it's about a 1:22. And he has pulled away slightly. the Kirkintilloch swimmer in lane 3. So still lanes 4, 5 and 6 are, lane 6 is pulling away slightly now from the two people in lane 4 and 5. So Finley's gone slightly ahead here at the turn. But lane 3, Logan, has taken on more of a lead there off of Lewis. So to come up to the 150 mark, Logan has built up quite a lead here. So he's entered in a 6:48. He turns roughly in a 2:08 at the 150 mark. So he's adding to his lead here, but pulling through into second place is lane 6 is Finley. He's overtaken the other ones. But coming down to the halfway mark, Logan's got quite a commanding lead here. So he touches in roughly a 2:52, the halfway mark. Coming in second place is Finley. He touches roughly in a 3:01. And turning next in lane 2 is Lewis. So when I'm saying roughly, I'm working off a stopwatch, so it's not a proper time because the scoreboard's down. So I want to say roughly rather than exact. But Logan's building up more of a lead here as he comes into the 250 mark. He turns roughly in a 3:38. Finley's still in second place. He turns roughly in a 3:45. So coming through in third place now is Jack from Kirkintilloch. And the other two swimmers, there's not much between them. Logan is coming down, 250 mark, and he turns in about a 4:22. I don't think this order will change between the first two swimmers, but the last three, there could be a change in positions. Just have to wait and see. So come on, swimmers, if you've got a teammate out there, cheer them on. Make some noise. Give them some encouragement. We've got no spectators, so it's up to you, swimmers, to make the noise. So coming down to the 300 mark. And Logan turns roughly in a 5:07. So turning in third place is lane 4, is Jack. Oh no, I was wrong. No, wait a minute, I've confused myself now. It's lane 3 that's in the lead. This isn't right.
Lane 6 has still got...
So's lane 4. Because it's lane... Yeah? Why are the timekeepers not telling me to go? We have a couple of swimmers stopped too early. Lane 6. And that's lane 3 come in for the 400. So coming in to touch in third place is lane 4 with Jack. So a wee bit of confusion over there as to, I think some of them had stopped and they had to keep going. So that's them coming up now to finish.
So on to our second of the 3 heats. In 0, Sam Curry, North Ayrshire. 1, Clark McKinnon-Gill from Inverclyde. 2, Jay McKinnon, Western Bartonshire, teammate Max Miller. In 3, 4, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde. 5, Harrison McMillan, Stirling Swim. 6, Brian Fitzpatrick, Western Bartonshire. 7, Kyle Sanderson, North Ayrshire, teammate Dean Binney. In 8, and 9, Callum Struzik from Bellshill Sharks. A good strong start in lane 3 from Max Miller from Western Bartonshire. So results for our first event are 1, 2, 3 and 11, 12-year-olds. Evie Chan, North Ayrshire, the winner. 5:10.14 super time for Evie. Rebecca Marsh second, Amy Dobson third. And in the 13-year-olds, the winner was Molly Irvin Watson, a 5:04.67. Gina Wren second, and Emma Binney in third place. Medals can be collected from the desk. So turning around about 1:17, our leader. So still a strong start over that far side. Max Miller, Sam Curry in second place in lane 0. In 7, Kyle Saunderson, North Ayrshire is third. Leader turns just sub 2 minutes. 2 North Ayrshire boys in 7 and 0. Now being challenged by Inverclyde's Blake Herdman for that second place. Second is now Kyle in 7, just ahead of Sam and Blake. Still well clear is Max Miller from West D. 5 or 6 clear at halfway, turning around the 2:40 mark. Inverclyde swimmer Blake Herdman touching just in second place at halfway. And he's just beginning to pull maybe half a metre or so clear of the two North Ayrshire boys in 0 and 7. So Max still with 6-7 metres advantage. Blake Herdman going nicely in second. Two North Ayrshire boys, Kyle, Sam, Clark, Maitland Gill, Inverclyde swimmer trying to get into the mix for the minor places. Well, our leader well clear. Blake chasing, but he's 7 or 8 metres behind at least. Very close for third place at the moment. Still advantage with Kyle Sanderson from Sam and Clark. Turning around 4:45. Max entry time just under the 6 minutes, 5:59.95. Blake well clear in second. The two North Ayrshire boys turn almost simultaneous. Kyle just ahead of Sam. And Max Miller coming down. Time somewhere in the sort of mid 5:20s. Second place will be Blake Herdman. And third place was lane 7, Kyle Sanderson. Somewhere just under 5:45. So great swims all round. Most of the swimmers well inside their entry time.
We move on to our final heat. In lane 0, George Zabrowski from Stranraer. In 1, Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire. 2, Cooper Sloss, North Ayrshire. In 3, Ethan Collins, Bells Hill, no swimmer in 4. In 5, Aaron Mockin from Western Bartonshire. In 6, Cameron McMillan from Renfrew Baths. 7, Kyle Mossman from City of Glasgow, no swimmer in 8. And in 9, Caelan Forsyth from South Ayrshire. So I'm not sure who touched first there coming in, but it's quite a level playing field. But out in front slightly is lane 5, is Aaron Mockin. And going well over in lane 7, but also going well in lane 3 is Ethan Collins. And out there amongst the leaders in the pack is Kyle Harper in lane 1. So that's all the swimmers that are in the mix at the moment. But with 16 lengths, all can change. So as they come up to the first 100, it looks like as well 4 and 5 touched together in about a 109. Very difficult to call that. Not 4 and 5, sorry. 3 and 5. So they're coming up. So these two swimmers in 3 and 5 are turning together. Ethan from Bells Hill and Aaron from Western Bartonshire, both in red caps, which makes it harder even to follow, although Bells Hill's got a nice big S on the side to make it easier. And again, that's very difficult. 147, very difficult to call it. The 150 mark. And it looks like the swimmer from Renfrew Baths, which is Cameron McMillan. He's in 3rd place at the moment, although not far away. It's the swimmer from South Ayrshire over in lane 1. So as they come up to the halfway mark at 200, it looks like lane 5, Aaron has just pulled away slightly, but could be, yes, lane 5 just turns slightly early there than his competitor in lane 3. So just correct the surname there, it's Machin, my apologies. Not very good with pronunciation, so make sure we like to get names right if we can, so apologies for that. So these two swimmers are still neck and neck as they come down to the 250 mark. This is probably going to be a very interesting race between the two of them, between Aaron and Ethan. Aaron still slightly out ahead there. And in for 3rd place, it's a swimmer from Renfrew Baths, Cameron McMillan. So that's your 1, 2 and 3. So as they're coming up to the 300, it's 100 to go. Again, these two swimmers, they're having a great race out there. Still neck and neck. But again, lane 5, Aaron has turned first in about a 3:44. So Aaron's building up his lead slightly there. So, and he's only 12 years old as well, so he's the only 12-year-old out in this race. He's racing against 13-year-olds. So he's having a fabulous swim out there. So as they come down to the 350 mark, Aaron is still ahead. So with 50 to go, but 4:22 he turned in. And I think he's pulled up a command. It's a great swimmer from the 12-year-old. He's entered in a time of 5:01. So, although we've no scoreboard, we can give a rough estimation of his time when they come down. So as he turns with 25 to go, we'll see what his time here. The swimmer Ethan's putting up a strong competitiveness there, but there's no doubt Aaron is going to take this. I don't think he's going to get caught. As he comes to the 5 metre mark, we'll see what his time is. I think it might just be outside his entry time or buying out. It's difficult to tell, but great swim there off the 12-year-old. And 2nd place was Ethan. And coming in 3rd place was lane 6, Renfrew Baths, Cameron McMillan.
Well, sadly only 4 swimmers are taking part in this 200 metres butterfly. In 3, the only 12-year-old Ruby McInnes from North Ayrshire. In 3, Evie Mackey, who's had a super morning. Very talented youngster from Lanark. In 5, Olivia Russell from Cumbernauld, and her teammate Alicia Thompson from Cumbernauld. Well, girls, no, there's only 4 taking part in this. It would be wonderful if you wanted to take part in another 200 at a future district event, so don't be shy. Please come forward and enter these. They're good fun. And already Evie has gone 3 or 4 clear. Lovely rhythm from 30-year-old. Hard to think that when I saw her 2 and a bit years ago at the Falthouse Penguins meet as a 10-year-old. It's hard to see how time has gone with COVID, how little she's actually been in the pool swimming. And some of the clubs not getting a lot of pool time during that year and a half or so out. One of the clubs that didn't get a lot of pool time last year, or 2020. Nice to see this youngster doing so well. Olivia Russell going pretty well in 2nd place. Her teammate, Alicia Thompson. She's also had quite a number of swims this morning. A lot of credit to them for doing this 200 because it is very grueling. You can see lovely rhythm that Evie's got. Ruby McInnes, 12-year-old from North Ayrshire. Fair way behind the leader, but she's just got to finish and make sure that she does everything correct to collect a gold medal. Well, Evie coming down. And what a cracking swim. Oh, it's getting interesting now. Olivia Russell under pressure from Alicia Thompson, who's flying at the end. Alicia's going to get up. And Alicia's going to take 2nd. Olivia 3rd. Well done, girls. And put your hands together and give Ruby plenty of encouragement. Well done to the 12-year-old. Gutsy swim from her as she finishes very strongly to take top spot in the 12-year-old age. Time's roughly 2:48 for Evie. The other girls round about the 3-minute mark and around 3:20. And similar to the girls' race, only 5 brave lads deciding to have a bash at 200 butterfly. I'll give you the 5 participants and pass you over to Jean in a minute. Rory Stevenson in 2 from Falkirk Otter. 3 Murray Johnson, Wren 96. 4 Ethan Collins, Bellshill Sharks. 5 Jay McKinnon, Western Bartonshire. And 6 Ollie Jeffers from Wren 96. So a good strong start from Ethan as I pass you over to Jean.
Thank you, Robert. So these young swimmers in the pool. So the swimmer that we have leading, he has just completed a 400 free shortly. But when these swimmers are young, they can keep on going. They don't get tired the way as you get older. So, but still an amazing feat to do a 400, then come into a 200 fly. So that's our leader, Ethan, in lane 4. The Bells Hill swimmer, and he's way ahead for this as they're coming in. So roughly around about a 120 is what he... So he has got a very, very strong lead there. I don't think he's going to get caught at all. There's going to be a race on for second and third though in this race. Got an 11-year-old in there and 2 12-year-olds and 2 13-year-olds. There's absolutely no doubt as he's coming down to the 150 mark that Ethan is our strong leader here. So I'm not sure who's in second and third. It's very difficult to tell. It looks like it might be the Ren 96 swimmer in lane 3, Murray Johnson. So unfortunately, Ethan stopped 2 lanes too early, so he's had to keep going. So what a shame. So he obviously had stopped, now he's got to keep going. That's the importance of swimmers counting their lengths when they're swimming. He's coming down now to touch. So that's Ethan touch now. There's the official time. It's a shame he will have lost time through stopping there. So coming in second place is the swimmer from Ren 96, Murray Johnson, who comes in second, and not sure, third place looks as though it's going to lane 5, and yes, I think it is. So Jay McKinnon has got third place there. So we'll just await the referee confirming these results.
Coaches and everyone at the venue, if you want to just check the results, there's an amended result for event 201. Those of you listening on the live stream, if you've got access to the results, also just check. We've had an amended result, but no change in the medal positions. These are still Evie Chan, Rebecca Marsh, Amy Dobson, the 11-12s, Molly Edwin Watson, Gina Wren and Emma Binney in the 13-year-old age group. So that includes events 203 and 204, the 200 butterfly. We move on to the 100 breaststroke. We have 9 heats. Just coming back to that last heat, disqualification in that last heat, lanes 4 and 5 for technical infractions. So no medals in the older age category. Sorry, lads. So that's Murray Johnston, Ollie Jeffers and Rory Stevenson will be our 1, 2, 3. Once we get that confirmed, we'll read out medalists in that age group. Thank you. So first of 9 heats in 0. We have live from City Glasgow, no one in lane 1, Nulla Monroe, Inverclyde in 2, 3 Rose Smith, North Ayrshire, 4 Iona Kellock, Dumfries, 5 Chloe Hughes, Kingston, 6 Eva Bray, Inverclyde, 7 Caitlin Morton, City Glasgow, and 8 Keris McKellar, North Ayrshire. So lane 0 going very nicely, and also lane 8. They lie and Keris McKellar in 0 and 8 respectively. Keris going the better of those two. All these girls entry times just over 2 minutes, up to 2:10, and just the one girl at 2:20. So after the first 50, advantage with Keris in 8. They lie just at the moment in second. Caitlin Morton trying to make some headway from lane 7. She's challenging her teammate over on the far side for that second place. Both of them turning almost together, Lily and Caitlin. But Keris probably about 4 metres clear at the moment. Lily just picking up again, gone clear in second. Getting to halfway, somewhere around 1:45. In fact, it's 100 metres, not 200. Stand corrected. Lily finishing second, Caitlin in third. So improved in time by a good 20 seconds there for Keris. Well done. And Lily and Caitlin also taking a good chunk of their entry times. Well done, girls.
So we move on to heat 2. In lane 0, Caro Moncello from Kilmarnock. In 1, Christina Grubb from City of Glasgow. 2, Erin Burnett, Mulgai and Bearsden. 3, Evie Cartwright, City of Glasgow. 4, Anna Law, Lark Hall. 5, Berth Armit, Kingston. No swimmer in 6. 7, Holly McLeod, Kingston. 8, Frankie Doonan, Lark Hall. And in 9, Jessica Gallagher from Inverclyde. So let's see what's happening out here. It's quite a level playing field out there. Going quite well is lane 8, is Frankie Doonan. I'm not sure, but I think the person that's going to turn first is lane 4. It's between Anna, Frankie. Well, very close to call without a scoreboard. That was. So just over 50 seconds at the halfway mark there for them. It's difficult to call there. Frankie, between Frankie and lane 8. And over in lane 4 is Anna. So that's quite interesting as to what will happen when they come up to the last turn. See if I can pick it up. I think, oh, it was still very close to call there. So as they come down for the last length here. I'm not sure how it's, I think it might be lane 4, might be coming through very strongly is lane 1 and 2 as well. This is very, very tight out here between the swimmers. So I think it's going to be lane 2. Lane 2 is going to come in to touch first, followed by 1, followed by 4. So these are unofficial without the scoreboard, but I think Erin has touched first in lane 2. We'll wait on the referee confirming these results. Roughly round about 1:48, but the referee still has to confirm these results.
Heat 3. Everyone in this one. 0, Abigail Quinn, Kilmarnock. Teammate in 1, Carmen Hume. 2, Madison Gurley, North Ayrshire. 3, Sarah Mohammed from Larkhall, Avondale. 4, Elena Farquhar, Stirling Swim. 5, Lula Milne, City Glasgow. 6, Erin Purden, Lanark. 7, Connie Hart, South Ayrshire. 8, Lucy McGovern, Kingston. And 9, Orlith Jeffrey from Lanark. Well, it's that distinct sort of G on the blue cap, City Glasgow. Lane 5 to the 4 in this one. Just an 11-year-old Lula Milne, entry time of 1:52, turning round about the 52nd mark. Another distinct cap with LA on it, Larkhall Avondale. Lane 3, Sarah Mohammed, 12-year-old. She's also going pretty well. Those two have pulled away. Third place at the moment seems to be Connie Hart from South Ayrshire in the yellow cap. And that's the order as we come down, not towards halfway as I incorrectly did in the first heat, but towards the finish line. And Lula going very nicely indeed, pulling away from Sarah, who's also having a very, very strong race. Orlith Jeffrey from Lanark finishing like a train in lane 9. And no doubt Luna takes that. Second place, Sarah. And fast finishing train from 9 gets up there. Orlith Jeffrey to take third place, just ahead of Connie Hart from South Ayrshire in 7. Just wait for our officials just to confirm the placings in that one. And unfortunately, disqualification in that last heat. Lane 2 for a technical infraction. No change in the finish order.
So we move on to heat 4. In 0, Connie East from Stirling Swim. In 1, Eve Cairnwise from City of Glasgow. 2, Evie Anderson, South Ayrshire. In 3, Hannah Jameson, East Kilbride. 4, Chloe Campbell, Kilmarnock, no swimmer in 5. In 6, Abby McMillan from City of Glasgow. 7, Niamh Scott, also City of Glasgow. 8, Florence Taylor, also City of Glasgow. And in 9, Alex Shepherd from Cumbernauld. So lane 9 is coming down here. Alex had a great swim earlier when she was racing. So she's obviously on form today, and she's going to come in and touch first at the 50 mark. Round about the 45-second mark. So she's swimming really well out there. And at the moment, in second place, it looks like it's lane 1. So that's Eve from City of Glasgow. So as the swimmers come down here, I think it's going to be between these two swimmers. It's quite tight for third place. Quite a lot of swimmers all in the same position, but Alex certainly turned first. So she comes down. Now this is quite coming through in lane 1. Eve, this is going to be between Eve and Alex, and coming in strongly as well as Evie, who's in lane 2. So over in lane 1, Evie from City of Glasgow is having a great swim, and I think, I don't know, this could be close again. Alex has come back very strongly. No, Alex has taken it. And Evie's second, and then touching third was the other Evie. Round about a 1:38, roughly.
Heat number 5 in Sierra. Anna Martin, Larkhall, Avondale. 1, Kavya Shetty from Ren 96. 2, Abigail Faulkner, Larkhall, Avondale. 3, Erin Lamy, Lanark. 4, Lucy McLaughlin, Inverclyde. 5, Tara McIntyre, City of Glasgow. 6, Eve Glencourse, Kilmarnock. 7, Hannah Adair, North Ayrshire. In lane 8, Charlotte Smith, Stirling Swim. And in 9, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. Well, fairly well spread out at this early stage. Lane 6 perhaps. Evie Glencourse from Kilmarnock and Lucy McLaughlin in 4. That's how they're going to turn. Lane 9 and lane 3. Charlotte Craig, Erin Lamy. I think Erin Lamy maybe just third, but not much in it. Turning pretty close to 50 seconds. Those 4 girls all pretty tightly bunched. Advantage still with Evie Glencourse in lane 6. She's maybe got half a metre advantage here. Oh, it's very tight for second place. Lucy McLaughlin, Charlotte Craig almost together. And a pretty good turn from Lucy has given her a charge on the leader. Evie Glencourse and Lucy McLaughlin. Lucy McLaughlin getting up, and I think she's just got a smidgen ahead. Very tight. So this is going to be on the touch here. Lane 6 just takes it. Evie Glencourse from Lucy McLaughlin. Charlotte Craig in 9 finishes third. Time somewhere around 1:42.6. And improved times by about 5 seconds or so for the first 3 swimmers. Well done, girls. Unfortunately, disqualification, lane 9 in that last heat for a technical infraction. So third place, Erin Lammy, promoted to third place in that last heat.
So we move on to heat 6. No swimmer in 0. In 1, Ellie Brown, City of Glasgow. 2, Hannah McCaig, South Ayrshire. 3, Ava Steele, Falkirk. 4, Amy Clitheroe, South Ayrshire. No swimmer in 5. 6, Sarah Lister, Falkirk. 7, Alana Gilhard, Stranraer. 8, Bethan Gibb, Stranraer. And 9, Iona Hickson from O'Gyan Bearsden. So as the swimmers come down for the first 50, it looks as though it's lane 4. Amy from South Ayrshire that's got a slight lead but going well in lane 8 is Bethan from Stranraer. Is between these swimmers, and also going well in lane 2 is Hannah from South Ayrshire. So as they come out here, this is quite a level playing field out there. Some of the swimmers coming through strongly is Iona from O'Gyan Bearsden in lane 9. But still, lane 4, I think, is going to touch first as they come in turn. Yes, I think lane 4 touches first, followed by lane 8, Bethan. So I think it is going to be between these. But going very well in lane 2 is Hannah. So these two girls are both from South Ayrshire, so I'm assuming they trained together. So they're coming down, and it's going to be between these two girls as they come in. So I think lane 4 has easily got it. Amy's going to touch first. A time roughly of 1:41, 1:42. Second is Hannah in lane 2. And Bethany Gibb in 8 was third.
Heat 7, Kavira Singh, Scotia in 0. Sophie Cuthbertson, Larkhall Avondale 1. Gulia Baldi, Kirkatilican Kilsyth 2. Ella Ammon, Scotia 3. Ellen White, Stirling Swim 4. Evie Chan, North Ayrshire 5. Erin Wilson, Hamilton Baths in 6. 7, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 8, Jenna Aikenhead, Renfrew Baths. And 9, Erin Locherty from Stranraer Stingrays. 139 to 143 the range here, and very strong start in lane number 4. Ellen White also going well. Amy Dobson from Kingston coming through into third place. Evie Chan from North Ayrshire. So Stirling Gill is maybe about a metre advantage at the final turn. Ellen White, Amy Dobson, Evie Chan. The moment that's the race. Rest a little bit further back. Aaron Locker trying to make some way, but no doubt about the winner. Ellen takes that. And very, very close. I think it might just be Amy Dobson ahead of Evie Chan, but not much between the two.
So we move on to Heat 8. In lane 0, Honor McCarthy, Inverclyde, no swimmer in lane 1. In 2, Isabella McClaverty from Inverclyde. 3, Eva Kay from East Kilbride. 4, Katie Gaffney from Rutherglen. 5, Amber Hitton from Dumfries. 6, Linda Forsyth, Lark Hall. 7, Hannah McCourt, Scotia. 8, Emily Hickey, East Kilbride. 9, Amy McCready from Bellshill. So it looks as though lane 6 is slightly out in front with lane 4. That looks to be as they come into the first 50. And it looks as though lane 6 is just pulled right ahead there to take the touch. So roughly about 43 seconds is what Linda touched in. So we've got mostly 13-year-olds, couple of 12-year-olds out there. So Linda swimming well in 6. Just beside her in lane 7, going well from East Kilbride, is Emily. And also going well over in lane 4, I think it is, Katie. So, and coming through in lane 7 is Hannah from Scotia. She has pulled a very, very good last 50. So this is quite interesting here, what's happening here between the 3 swimmers. Is it going to be between 4, 6 and 7? I think lane 4 is going to take it. Lane 4 slightly, 6 and 7 is the unofficial order. Roughly around a 1:38, we think. Unfortunately, we had a disqualification in lane 8 for a technical infraction. Sorry. So we think that the swimmer in lane 0, Honor McCarthy from Inverclyde, we think will finish top in that race. She had a great swim because she was a 12-year-old out there, so well done to Honor.
Well, an interesting contest ahead. Final heat in 0, Emma Binney, North Ayrshire, empty lane in 1, 2, Ava Ross, City Glasgow, 3, Katie Gillis, Renfrew Bass, 4, Molly Irvin Watson, Stranraer Stingrays, 5, Gina Wren, City Glasgow, 6, Molly Binning, round 96, 7, Daisy McInnes, City Glasgow, 8, Ciara Middleton, Stirling Swim, 9, Lisa McNair, Grangemouth. Well, Molly Irvin Watson, Gina Wren, first and second in the 200 breast this morning. Third place, equal third, Ava Ross and Katie Gillis in 2 and 3. At the moment, it's just advantage in lane 4, Molly Irvin Watson, Daisy McInnes in 7, also up there. And we have some race, Gina Wren in 5 now getting to work. Katie Gillis not far out of it, but it's the orange cap of Molly Irvin-Watson from Stranraer, just shading it. Daisy McInnes in 7, Gina Wren in 5, Katie Gillis in 3. Out of the turn, it's Molly Irvin-Watson. But here comes Katie Gillis trying to put in a challenge. It's those two just shading it from Gina Wren. Molly Irvin-Watson, but here comes Katie Gillis. Katie Gillis, Molly Irvin-Watson, Katie Gillis, Molly Irvin-Watson, and Daisy McInnes. What a race, girls. Katie Gillis, Renfrew Bass, snatches that at the death from, I think, Molly Irvin-Watson and Daisy McInnes. Hardly anything between them in second and third. What a race to finish our 100 breaststroke. Well done, girls. Well, it was tight for second. On the touch, second place went to Daisy McInnes, City of Glasgow. And Molly Irvin-Watson, the one of the 200, has to settle for third. Cracking swim there. Katie Gillis takes that, the Renfrew Bass swimmer.
So we move on to our next event, boys 11 to 13, 100 metre breaststroke. There is 5 heats. So in 1, Matthew Campbell, Western Bartonshire. In 2, Nathan Zoriel, Dumfries. No swimmer in lane 3. In 4, Pavel Labrusco, Western Bartonshire. 5, Struan Henry, Dumfries. No swimmer in 6. 7, Ali Hattab, Dumfries. 8, Finlay Hiddleston from Dumfries. So can I just apologise? I'm probably pronouncing names wrong, so I apologise if you're a parent listening at home to this. I will try and get the names to pronounce them right. So coming in first to the turn is lane 7. So that's Ali, he turns first. We have a couple of 11-year-olds out here, a couple of 12-year-olds and a couple of 13-year-olds. So very much a mixed age group here. And that can make such a difference strength-wise. But still with a strong, strong lead there is Ali. I don't think he's going to get caught now as he comes up to turn for the last 25. It's quite tight for second and third place.
Don't think so.
So as they come down here, it is definitely Ali that's ahead here. Going well over in lane 2 is Nathan. There's no doubt here that Finlay's going to come in to, Ali's going to come in to bring this home. So when he takes the first touch, and coming in second place is lane 8 is Finlay was in third place, my apologies. And over in lane 2 was Nathan, he's in second place. And those times are unofficial. I'm waiting the referee confirming them. Unfortunately, we had the disqualification there in lane 8 for a technical infraction.
Our second of the 5 heats. In 0, Martin Ferry, City Glasgow. 1, Jack Kuvalan from round 96. 2, Lewis Maguire, City Glasgow. 3, Alex McGilp, round 96. 4, Kyle Mossman, City Glasgow, teammate Hamish Wiper in 5. 6, Rory McMillan, Stirling Swim. 7, Theo Steriker, South Ayrshire. 8, Evan Miller, Ren 96. And 9, Zachary Dormer, Falkirk Otter. So halfway mark. Good strong start in lane 4, Kyle Mossman. 3 or 4 clear of his teammate over in 2, Lewis Maguire. Might just be City Glasgow 1, 2, 3 here. At the moment, Hamish Wiper in 5, trying to make sure it's 1, 2, 3. Being challenged by Rory McMillan in lane 6. And Theo Steriker in 7 for that 3rd place. And over in 1, Jack Killam. No doubt about who's going to take our first heat, or second heat rather. Kyle Mossman. Good 5 metres clear at the death. And finishes. Take the heat, second place, Lewis Maguire. And it might just be on the touch lane 6. It is, I think, Rory McMillan from Stirling Swim taking 3rd place. Well done, lads. Not that full he's in very often.
So we move on to Heat 3. In 0, Samuel Young, North Ayrshire. 1, Brian Fitzpatrick, Western Bartonshire. 2, Callum Struzik, Bells Hill. 3, Dean Binney, North Ayrshire. 4, Caleb Wilson, Stirling Swim. 5, Caelan Cardy, also Stirling Swim. 6, Matthew Jack, Renfrew Baths. 7, Matthew McInnes, City of Glasgow. 8, Cole Johnson, Stirling Swim. 9, Andrew Patterson from City of Glasgow. So as they come down to the halfway mark, just trying to see who might be out in front here. It looks as though it could be the swimmer in lane 6, Matthew Jack. Or it could be 7, could be touching. I think 7's touched first. Matthew McInnes from City of Glasgow has edged ahead there at the halfway mark, so he's pushing through. In fact, he's pushing into a nice wee lead now. He's swimming very well out there. We've got a few 13-year-olds here and mainly 12-year-olds. So he is having a nice breaststroke out there. And going well over in lane 2 is Callum from Bells Hill. But coming down now from Renfrew Baths, Matthew Jack. He's making a comeback here. And also going well over in lane 0 is Samuel Young. This is quite interesting. But there's no doubt here, our winner is going to be Matthew McInnes from City of Glasgow. He's coming in here. And then second is going to be, second is going to be lane 6, Matthew Jack. And then lane 2, Callum from Bells Hill. It's the unofficial 1, 2, 3 of that heat.
Heat 4 in 0, Jack Higney, Kirkintilloch and Kilsyth. 1, Avi Doughton, Red 96. 2, Logan Russell, Cumbernauld. 4, Lochinhanny from Dumfries. In 4, Callum Forsyth, South Ayrshire. 5, Cameron Beck. 6, Finlay Maurice. 7, Lewis Bray. 8, Oliver Jones, the Inverclyde 4. And 9, Nicholas Sent from Kingston. So pretty close. Lane 3 maybe just shades it. Lochinhanny, Callan Forsyth, Cameron Beck in 3, 4 and 5. Also well there in 7, Lewis Bray from Inverclyde. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4 at halfway. And the best turn, Callan Forsyth, South Ayrshire. The yellow cap just shades it. Lochinhanny trying to get back on terms. Those two just maybe on half a metre clear. The race might be between those two. And the Inverclyde 4 not that far behind. In lanes 5, 6, 7 and 8. But they've got a lot to do to catch lanes 3 and 4. Callan Forsyth in 4. Just being headed now. Lochinhanny and Callan. It's Lachlan and Callan with Cameron Beck in 5. That's the 1, 2, 3.
So we move on to our final heat. In lane 0, Ryan Crabb from Ren 96. In 1, George Romosky from Stranraer. 2, Kyle Connolly from City of Glasgow. 3, Fraser van der Meulen from Stirling Swim. 4, Max Smith from City of Glasgow. 5, Aaron Mockin from West Dumbartonshire. 6, Cameron McMillan from Renfrew Baths. 7, Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen. 8, Alex Sia from Hamilton. And 9, Stefan Snatux from Stranraer. So apologies, I pronounced Aaron, it's Mach, and I did that again. Apologies for that. So coming out the turn, we have lane 5. Aaron is in the lead there, so he's putting a good swim out there. So we'll just see as they come up to the final turn, and Aaron does turn first. So we have got a couple of 12-year-olds, rest 13. So coming down here is Aaron, and over in lane 3 and 2, but there's no doubt Aaron's coming in to take this in lane 5, and he comes in to touch first. Touching second, I think, is lane 2. 3 are very close together between Kyle and Fraser. Kyle in lane 2 and Fraser in lane 3. Yes, I see what you mean.
Who should he be actually swimming this? Or, oh, he should be in there.
But why wasn't he connected?
That time is getting on for Olympics. Give you the 1, 2, 3 in the boys 400 free in the 11-12-year-old age group. Our winner, Aaron Machin, West Dumbartonshire. 2 is Blake Herdman, Inverclyde. And 3rd, Sam Curry from North Ayrshire. In the 13-year-old age group, first was Ethan Collins from Bellshill Sharks. 2nd, Cameron McMillan, Renfrew Baths. And 3rd, Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire. Our 200 butterfly for the girls. Only the one medalist, or gold medalist, in the 11-12-year-old was Ruby McInnes from North Ayrshire. 3:17.06. And the 13-year-olds, 3 swimmers take the honours. It's Evie Mackey-Lanak, who won that in 2:48.21. Very tight for 2nd and 3rd. Leisha Thompson, Cumbernauld, was 3:00.29. Her teammate Olivia Russell, 3:00.67 in bronze medal position. Medals, swimmers at the desk just to the right of where we are. And we'll bring you further results as soon as we have them. We move on to our 7th of the 10 events. It's 9 heats of 50 backstroke. This is the girls one first of all. So 9 in this one. In 0, Eva Bray. 1, Charlotte Adair. 2, Holly McLeod. 3, Erin Purden. 4, Sophie Aikenhead. 5, Sarah Lister. 6, Erin Hughes. 7, Nuala Monroe. And 8, Lucy McGovern. Good start in lane number 5. And also in 8, Sarah Lister, Lucy McGovern. Sarah with the better out of the turn. It's anybody's for 2nd place. This looks all cut and dried. The Falkirk swimmer well clear here. Going well over in 0, Eva Bray from Inverclyde. Also there in lane 3, Erin Purden. The winner, Sarah Lister. In lane 8, Lucy McGovern takes 2nd. And in lane 3, Erin Purden finishes 3rd.
So we move on to heat 2. In 0, Jessica Gallagher. 1, Kay Vachetti. 2, Florence Taylor. 3, Lulu Milne. 4, Christina Grubb. 5, Beth Armit. 6, Erin Lockery. 7, Kiara Martin. 8, Ellie Brown. And 9, Iona Kellick. So coming out here, this is difficult to call. I think it could be lane 6. It could be Erin Lockery that's out front, and I think she is. She's coming down very, very strongly in the last leg here. Erin's having a great swim there. She's definitely going to take it. She's way ahead of the pack. Fantastic swim. Erin comes in first. Second is lane 4, and I think third is lane 3. So the two 11-year-olds from City of Glasgow were second and third, so well done, girls.
Heat 3 in 0, Neve Scott. 1, Madison Gurley. Empty lane 2. 3, Eva Kernweiss. 4, Anna Law. 5, Connie East. 6, Tara McIntyre. 7, Connie Hart. 8, Charlotte Craig. And 9, Chloe Campbell. Lane number 7 going well. That's Connie Hart, but Charlotte Craig inside her in 8. Just turns just a fraction ahead, but coming through strongly, Connie East from Stirling Swim, and she's storming down the final 20. Over on the far side, Neve Scott perhaps in second place. This is very tight for the minor places. Connie Scott, second place in 8. Charlotte Craig, Neve Scott, I think in 0, just ahead of Madison Gurley in 1.
So we move on to heat 4 in 0, Ekavira Singh. In 1, Amy Romner. 2, Lily Lai. In 3, Emmy Yule. 4, Kimberly Cameron. 5, Iris Ware. 6, Rose Smith. 7, Eva Gordon. 8, Elena Farquhar. 9, Sophie Cuthbertson. So we've got a couple of 13-year-olds, 12 and 11-year-olds out here, and coming down very, very fast is the swimmer in lane 5. Is Iris Ware from Rutherglen. She is going to easily take this. Fantastic swim. She's coming down very, very strong. So Iris takes that. And in second place is lane 7, Eva Gordon from North Ayrshire. Great swim there. And who the heck was third? I missed it.
I think it was lane 8, just ahead of 9. Very, very close between those two.
Eva Gordon. Oh, she's City of Glasgow. Apologies. So apologies there, Eva. I'd called you from North Ayrshire in your city of Glasgow. My glasses picked up the wrong line. So the third place was Elena in lane 8.
Heat 5, empty lane in 0, 1, Amy Clitheroe, 2, Carla Black, 2, Iona Hickson, 4, Hannah McCraig, 5, Hannah Jimison, 6, Evie Cartwright, 7, Katie Gaffney, 8, Rowan Bunton, and 9, Erin Wilson. Lane 6 perhaps just turns Evie Cartwright in the lead. And out the turn, still probably with Evie, although lane 3, Iona Hickson from M&B is storming down this final stretch to take this one. Iona's going to take this, going to be very close to second. Wow, it's I think just Evie Cartwright from Katie Gaffney, 6 and 7, in second and third. No doubt winner Iona Hickson.
So in heat 6, in 0, Jenna Aikenhead. In 1, Sophie Brown. No lane 2, 3, Isla Russo. In 4, Ellen Barbary. 5, Lucy McLaughlin. 6, Olivia Caldwell. 7, Holly Saver. 8, Isabella McLafferty. And 9, Caitlin Morton. So it looks like over in lane 1, Sophie Brown from East Kilbride is coming down very, very strong, and she's having an amazing backstroke. Don't think who's going to get her there. Second, I think, is lane 6 is Olivia Caldwell, but there is no doubt over in 1, Sophie Brown takes that. Olivia was second, and I think in third place was lane 4, Ellen Barbary.
Seventh heat in 0, Abby McMillan. 1, Alicia Thompson. 2, Emily Hickey. 3, Eva Service. 4, Amy McCready. 5, Eva Steele. 6, Evie Anderson. 7, Bethan Gibb. 8, Charlotte Smith. Lane 6 perhaps, South Ayrshire's Evie Anderson. Just ahead, Eva Service in lane 3, going well. Also coming through in lane 5, Eva Steele. Lane 3, I think just shades at Eva Service, Evie Anderson. That's going to be the 1-2, very close for third. Lane 7 perhaps from Stranraer, Bethan Gibb just snatched up to take third. So Eva Service, Evie Anderson, Bethan Gibb.
So we move on to heat 8. There's no swimmers in lane 0 or 1. In 2, Ellen White. 3, Lacey Rogers. 4, Emily Dawson. 5, Neve Brooks. 6, Amber Hinton. 7, Molly Binning. 8, Daisy Kelly. And 9, Ellie Hall. So as the swimmers come down here, it is looking like it is lane 4 that's slightly out ahead. Emily Dawson, Mulgine Bearstead. So she has got a lead here, coming quite close beside us, the swimmer in lane 3, but she's going to take this. And I think 3 was second and 5 was third. 8 was third.
Our ninth and final heat. 0, Abigail McKerney. 1, Abigail Crawford. 2, Ciara Middleton. 3, Chloe Semple. 4, Casey Dixon. 5, Lisa McNair. 5, Anna Beetham. 6, Anna Beetham rather. Empty lane in 7. 8, Kate Stewart. And 9, Madison Leith. Well, flying down this final stretch, Inverclyde's Abigail McKerney. She looks as though she's going to take this, finishing very strongly. Chloe Semple from Rutherglen. Chloe Semple might just snatch. Whoa, that was close, girls. Casey Dixon, I think, was fourth. In lane 4 was third. I think Abigail McKerney just maybe snatched that from Chloe Semple, with Casey Dixon in third. And that, I think, is finalised. Abigail McKerney from Inverclyde takes that. Chloe Semple, Rutherglen. Our teammate Casey Dixon, also from Rutherglen, in third place. So that's us finished with the girls back. We now have 6 heats of boys backstroke. This is heat number 1. Just relax, boys, for a minute. Get you underway very shortly. Still waiting on results for 204.5. Hopefully have these fairly soon. So just to go in this one, in lane 4 we have Matthew Campbell, Western Bartonshire, and 5 Seth Kelly, Ren 96, and no one in lane 3. Good start from Seth Kelly, 11-year-old. Matthew Campbell from West D, 12. And Seth with probably about 3 metres advantage out the turn. Much better turn by Matthew though. Let's see if he can come back on Seth in the final 15 or so. Still a good body length advantage. And he's not going to get caught, Seth Kelly, coming into the red zone. Seth Kelly takes the first heat from Matthew Campbell. Looks like an empty lane in the next heat coming up. Zero Max Smith, 1 Harrison McMillan, 2 Theo Sterica, 3 Cole Johnston, 4 Sam Lee, empty lane in 5, 6 Evan Miller, 7 Caleb Wilson, and 8 Nathan Zaoro. Strong start in lane 1. Harrison McMillan from Stirling Swim. Super turns, giving him well over a body length advantage and storming down the final 15. Well clear, second place, Theo Sterica from South Ayrshire. Third looks to be also over on that far side, Max Smith. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. Harrison, Theo, and though it's tight for third, third place will be lane 3. Finished that a little bit stronger. Cole Johnston takes third. Harrison McMillan, Stirling Swim, Theo Sterica, South Ayrshire, Cole Johnston, Stirling Swim are 1, 2, 3.
Unfortunately, in that heat, we had a disqualification in lane 8 for a technical infraction. So we move on to heat 3. In 0, Zachary Dormer. In 1, Aviv Dolan. No swimmer in lane 2. In 3, Rory McMillan. In 4, Andrew Patterson. 5, Ali Hattab. 6, Lewis Maguire. 7, Sean Cassidy. 8, Martin Ferry. And 9, Struan Henry. So the swimmers come down here. And going very, very well are over in lane 1. Is Aviv in lane 1, but coming in, is going to clearly take this heat is lane 6. Lewis Maguire from City of Glasgow takes this very, very strongly. And coming in second is not sure between lanes 2 and between 4 and 1. We'll let the results sort that one out. So just to confirm the result there, it was lane 4, 1 and 3 were your 1, 2, 3.
Heat 4, 0 Brian Fitzpatrick, 1 Oliver Jones, 2 Adam Murray, 3 Anthony Farrell Yankee, 4 Finlay Bennett, 5 Kel Sanderson, 6 Alex Gea, 7 Caelan Cardy, 8 Finlay Hiddleston, 9 Jack Keevahan. A very strong start in that middle lane. Rutherglen's Finlay Bennett really motoring. Brian Fitzpatrick in lane 0 also going very nicely. It's between those two for first and second. Third place at the moment is pretty tight. No doubt about the winner, Finlay Bennett. Brian Fitzpatrick might just be lane 7. Oh, it's tight. I think just lane 7. Caelan Cardy ahead of Kyle Sanderson in 5.
And then my body's not used to the heat, whereas again, I get my body used to it. You know, that's where the whole problems come in. We'll blame COVID like everything else. Right, we've got a full house here, am I right in saying that? Yes.
You've got Nishtaks and Zivaniskis.
Oh, I'm not going to bother seeing the surname, I don't think. We move on to heat 5. In 0, Finlay Morris. 1, Samuel Young. 2, Hamish Wiper. 3, Murray Johnson. 4, Stepans Nushka. 5, Cole Murphy. 6, Cameron Beck. 7, Ollie Jeffords. In 8, George Sebraski. And 9, Jay McKinnon. So as the swimmers come down here, this looks like lane 5. Cole Murphy is swimming out ahead here. He is having a very, very good backstroke here, and he is definitely going to take this. Lane 5 takes this, followed by 4, and I'm not sure between 6 and 3.
Sixth and final heat, 0 Blake Herdman, 1 Adam Merrick, 2 Kyle Harper, 3 Max Miller, empty lane in 4, 5 Fraser van der Meulen, 6 Kyle Mossman, 7 Lachlan Haney, 8 Aaron Machin, 9 Keir Russell. Now it looks as though it might just be Fraser van der Meulen from Max Miller. Good turn from Fraser, just shades it and going very nicely indeed. Adam Merrick in lane 1. Fraser van der Meulen, Adam Merrick, little between the two. It's Fraser, oh, very tight for second. It might have been Kyle Mossman that's just snatched second on the touch from Adam Merrick, but we'll let our officials sort that one out. Just coming back to that last heat, I don't need to go to Specsavers. I did get that right. It was Fraser van der Meulen 5, Kyle Mossman in lane 6 was second, and Adam Merrick from Cumbernauld was third.
sell off the health service. So we have to get behind them before that happens.
The health service is a mess. Even up here it's a mess.
Oh, absolutely.
Down south it's doubly.
We move on to the girls 200 IM. There are 5 heats of this. Heat 1 in 0, Charlotte Craig from Ren 96. In 1, Erin Lamy from Lanark. 2, Kavia Shetty from Ren 96. 3, Orlith Jeffrey from Lanark. 4, Charlotte McGavin from Hamilton. 5, Ellie Brown from City of Glasgow. 6, Lulu Milne from City of Glasgow. 7, Florence Taylor from City of Glasgow. 8, Ellie Maher from Larkhall. 9, Jessica Gallagher from Inverclyde. So the swimmers here have to do 2 lengths of every stroke. We've just finished the butterfly as they move into backstroke. The strongest stroke in this is the breaststroke. If a swimmer's good at breaststroke, they will usually do very, very well at the IM. So that's where you can get all things changing. But at the moment, there's nobody really out front. It's all very, very even at the moment. In fact, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swimmers, almost then we've got lane 0. And then 4, 5, and 7, and 8, all very, very close. So we'll see what happens when the breaststroke comes. Turning first, I think, is lane 0. And that's Charlotte Craig. So also turning very, very well is lane 7. Sorry, lane 8, my apologies, it's Ellie Maher. So Ellie's having a very, very good breaststroke there in lane 8. Lane 6 is also Lula Millen. So as they come down this breaststroke, this has sort of spaced them out a wee bit more. Still going well, Charlotte over in 0. Lane 6 and 8, so Lula in 6 and Ellie in 8. And that's your 1, 2, 3, also going very, very well over there in lane 4. So that's, I'm just confused. We've got a North Ayrshire hat in at lane 4 and it's not in the programme as North Ayrshire, so I'm not sure about that one. My apologies if I've got the swimmer's name wrong, but that's what I've got in the programme. Okay, so we're into the freestyle, which is the last 2 lanes. And going out front is lane 6, is Lula Milne from City of Glasgow. She has taken a lead here as she turns to bring this home. But still going well over in lane 0 is Charlotte Craig. So we'll see what happens here. Charlotte is going very, very well. This is going to be between Charlotte in lane 0 and Lula in lane 6. That's going to be your 1, 2. Charlotte over in lane 0. She's going to take this race and she touches there first. And Lula touches second and touching third. Not sure between 3 and 4. So as I say, I have got a swimmer from Hamilton in 4, so I can only apologise about that.
Yes, Our second heat, 0, Bethengive, Stranraer Stingrays. 1, Hannah McCraig, South Ayrshire. 2, Ella Ammon, Scotia. 3, Honor McCarty, Inverclyde. 4, Sophie Brown, East Kilbride. 5, Lucy McLaughlin, Inverclyde. 6, Emily Maguire, North Ayrshire, Empty Lane. And 7, 8, Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. And 9, Ellie Telfer, Larkhall, Avondale. A strong start, Eva Gordon on the butterfly section. Going pretty well over in 3 is Honor McCarty from Inverclyde. Now on to backstroke. Emily Maguire in 6. Sophie Brown in 4, coming through to make a move as well. Over in lane 1, still Hannah McCraig. There or thereabouts. But Eva Gordon, the 11-year-old from City of Glasgow, having a cracking swim so far. But really good backstroke section for lane 3 and lane 4. Sophie Brown from East Kilbride now just takes it up. It's very close. You'd expect Honor McCarty, if Inverclyde's got anything in it, they've produced some cracking breaststrokers. But, Sophie Brown, no slouch in the breaststroke. She's just holding that slight advantage over Honor McCarty. Eva Gordon still going pretty well. Well, the East Kilbride girl is just ahead. Sophie Brown, Honor and Eva almost turned together. Well, advantage with Sophie Brown. She's gone about a metre clear and has had a really good breaststroke section. Honor McCarty also pretty good breaststroke. And has she done enough? Just open up a nice gap on freestyle. Gets into the turn and is really motoring. This is all cut and dry. Sophie Brown. Not many swimmers from East Kilbride here today, but she's doing the business in this one. She's gone 4 or 5 clear. Eva Gordon maybe about a metre back in 3rd from Honor McCarty. Coming down the final 15 metres. Sophie Brown, East Kilbride, well clear. Honor McCarty will have to settle for 2nd. So the East Kilbride last takes that. Honor McCarty in 2nd, and fast finishing Hannah McCraig, South Ayrshire, in lane 1, snatches 3rd just ahead of Eva Gordon. Cracking swim there from Hannah to finish in 3rd place with a late surge. And Ellie Telfer completes our 2nd heat. Well done, girls.
So we move on to heat 3. No swimmer in 0. In 1, Neve Brooks, East Kilbride. 2, Katie Gillis, Renfrew Baths. No swimmer in 3. In 4, Kate Stewart, North Ayrshire. 5, Cara White, Ren 96. 6, Eva Service from Dumfries. 7, Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. 8, Isabella McLafferty, Inverclyde, and no swimmer in 9. So the swimmers are coming in from just doing the butterfly part, and ahead just now is Cara White in lane 5 off Ren 96 as she moves into the backstroke. So it's quite a level playing field out there. Coming through fast in the backstroke is lane 7 is Ruby McInnes from North Ayrshire. She's making inroads in the leader here. And also going well is lane 4. It's Kate Stewart from North Ayrshire. And also lanes 1 and 2 are going well in the backstroke. And that's Niamh Brooks and Katie Gillis. This could well all change when they come to the breaststroke. Turning first was lane 5. So Cara White turned first, followed by lane 4, Kate Stewart. But coming through nicely here in the breaststroke is Ruby McInnes from North Ayrshire. And we'll see what she can do here. The breaststroke can make a huge difference to this race. Still turning first is Cara White. So we have a mixture here of 12 and 13-year-olds. So as they come down here, going very, very well over in lane 2 is Katie Gillis from Renfrew Bath. She's made up a lot of time in this breaststroke. So as they turn into freestyle, this is the moments between Cara and Katie. I don't think anybody else is going to be it's going to be a challenge for third place. Looks like the 2 North Ayrshire swimmers are going to be battling it out for third place. But certainly coming down here, this is going to be between Cara in lane 5 and in 2, Katie Gillis. So is it going to be between Cara and Katie? Katie's coming through. I think Cara's going to make it, but Katie's coming through fast. And is Cara going to get this, or is it going to be Katie? And I think Cara just took that touch, and then it's Katie for second place. And coming through for third place is lane 4, is Kate Stewart.
So our penultimate heat, heat 4, in 0, Evie Chan, North Ayrshire. 1, Daisy McInnes, City Glasgow. 2, Molly Binning, Ren 96. 3, Lisa McNair from Grangemouth. Amy Dobson, Kingston in 4. Good start from her, as is lane 5, Imogen Barrett, Ren 96. 6, Ciara Middleton, Stirling Swim. 7, Eva Ross, City Glasgow. 8, Erin Lockery from Stranraer Stingrays. And in 9, Daisy Gildea, City Glasgow. A good strong start in the two middle lanes. Imogen Barrett, Amy Dobson on the butterfly section. Evie Chan, who's had a good day, a youngster from North Ayrshire, turning in third. And this is the second part, and some of the swimmers sort of take this as a relax, get back into the rhythm after the butterfly. Just keep it going. At the moment, still the advantage with Imogen. But Lisa McNair from Grangemouth has had a really super backstroke section. Kira Middleton, sterling swim, also well there. Onto the key back breaststroke, Eva Ross in 7. Well, the advantage still with the N96 swimmer. In 5, Daisy McInnes, who was pretty good with the breaststroke earlier on today. So she's making some ground in 1, although she's a fair bit back on the leaders. It's beginning to tighten up a little bit here. Well, Imogen won't want it to be as interesting as this. She'll want to make sure she's still got a good body length advantage. Eva Ross has had a good breaststroke section. Lisa McNair not out of it. But we've got a good body length and more advantage off the final turn. For 50 to go, Imogen Barrett, Eva Ross and Lisa McNair. Daisy McInnes with a lot to do in 1. Can anybody make a move on Imogen? She's tiring a little bit, but still holding. Daisy McInnes in 1, finishing like a train. This is tight, coming down the stretch. Imogen Barrett, Lisa McNair, Daisy McInnes. That's the 1, 2, 3. It was tight at the end. Lane 5, Imogen Barrett, round 96. Lisa McNair, Grangemouth in 2nd. Daisy McInnes, City Glasgow in 3rd.
So we move on to our final heat, Heat 5. In 0, Emma Binney, North Ayrshire. In lane 1, Chloe Semple, Rutherglen. 2, Abigail Crawford from City of Glasgow. 3, Molly Irvin Watson from Stranraer. 4, Rebecca Marsh from Renfrew Baths. 5, Evie Mackey from Lanark. 6, Gina Wren, City of Glasgow, no swimmer in 7. In 8, Chloe Kirk, Mulgine Bearsden. And in 9, Emily Dawson from Mulgine Bearsden also. So we have one 12-year-old in lane 4, and the rest are all 13 for this age group. So if they come out the fly and they're going into the backstroke. So as they turn to come home for the last leg of backstroke here, just see who's out in front. And it looks like it's lane 5, Evie Mackey. But coming up just beside her is lane 6, it's Gina Wren. And on the other side, we have, in the orange cap from Stranraer, Molly Irvin Watson. So at the moment, that's your 1, 2, 3. But also coming through strongly is lane 8, is Chloe Kirk. So as they turn into the breaststroke, we'll see who's good at breaststroke here. Looks like the swimmer from Lanark, Evie Mackey, is pulling away nicely in the breaststroke here. But keeping close by her side is the swimmer in lane 6, is Gina Wren. But Evie Mackey's pulling well away here in the breaststroke. What a super breaststroke she's doing. This is a lovely, lovely 2 lines of breaststroke that she has done. So as she's coming up for the freestyle, will this make a difference when they switch strokes here? So she touches first. Touching second is lane 6, Gina Wren. And then over in lane 3 is the Stranraer swimmer, Molly. That's your 1, 2, 3 as they move into the freestyle. Now, can anyone catch Evie as she's coming down here for the last length of freestyle? She comes in strongly to the turn for the last 25 metres. I don't think she's going to be caught. I think that is going to remain as your 1, 2, 3. Evie's coming down. She was entered in a 2:42. A lovely, lovely swim from her as she comes down. Unfortunately, no scoreboard, so I don't know what her time is. But she's coming down. What a great swim. She comes down. We'll see if we can get the time off the streaming. Lane 6 is second, Gina Wren, and third is the Stranraer swimmer, Molly Irvin-Watson in lane 3. So just confirm there, it's 2:37.05 that Evie Mackey went there. It's a super swim there, well done.
Could you just keep the swimmers over at the marshalling area? There'll be a few minutes delay. We've just got some things to print out before we carry on. Those of you tuned in on the live stream, might be a good time just to put the kettle on, get yourself a cuppa, and join us for the boys' 200 individual medley in a few minutes' time. Thank you. So as you're probably aware, we've had some technical glitches today. We've had some issues just confirming the results, so bear with the team up behind me. We will get these results confirmed and printed out as soon as, but it will probably be sometime after our final event, 2:10. So our apologies, but it's kind of out with everyone's control today. As you can see, we've had no scoreboard, and everybody's pulled pretty much together to try and make sure we're not running too far behind schedule. So thanks for your support and patience, everyone. We'll be getting underway fairly soon. So just 3 go in the first of the 5 heats. In lane 3, Matthew Campbell, Western Bartonshire. In 4, Rory Stevenson from Falkirk. And off to a good start on the butterfly section. In 5, Clark Maitland-Gill from Inverclyde. Clark, the oldest in the heat, he's 13, Rory 11, and Matthew 12. Ages, of course, as of the 31st of December. Most of these swimmers will be probably a year younger at the moment. Not having their birthdays, unlikely they've had their birthday so far this year. And Clark has maybe about 7-8 metres advantage so far. Matthew Campbell coming in and turning onto backstroke. So we've got 7 metres advantage off the wall here. That now extends to pretty close to 10. So approaching halfway for the leader. Now to the breaststroke section. We've got almost half the distance to the pool now. So good breaststroke section. It's what you expect from the coaching team over at Inverclyde. Well, I'm saying that Shirley's not good at the other strokes, but certainly she knows how to make them tick on breaststroke. Matthew turns and he onto freestyle now. A good swim there from Clark, well done. 3:54.95 was his entry time. So for those of you listening in the live stream, you'll see that time on your screen. We don't have any time here. Hopefully he's taken quite a chunk off. Shirley, did he take a big chunk off his time? Or are you not? You're not listening. Rory finishes in second place. And Matthew coming down with about 10 metres to go. And Matthew finishes. Lane 4 in that last heat, disqualified for technical infraction. Just an announcement, could everybody from the sort of Falkirk, Grangemouth, Bowness, that neck of the woods, Stirling, Alloa, there has been an accident westbound at Banknot area. Traffic is tailed back quite significantly, so anyone from those clubs, that neck of the woods, who are expecting their parents or relatives to come and pick them up, there may be some delay. No problems going in the other direction, but just be aware that there could be a delay in your parents, etc., coming to Tollcross. we move on to our second heat. In 0, Lewis Ryder, Blackhall Avondale. 1, Finlay Hiddleston, Dumfries. 2, Leighton Bonner, Inverclyde. 3, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. 4, Sam Curry, North Ayrshire. His teammate, Kel Sanderson, goes in 5. In lane 6, Jack Higney. 7, we have Hamish Wiper from City of Glasgow. And in 8, we have Ali Hattab from Dumfries. Well, that North Ayrshire cap, Kyle Sanderson, very prominent in lane number 5, as is City Glasgow's Andrew Patterson in 3, almost turning together. Also turning almost together, Sam Curry in 4, Jack Higney, and Kirkcudbright and Kilsyth in lane 6. On to backstroke now. Let's see if anyone can make a move to try and close that gap a little bit. Hamish Wiper going pretty well in lane 7. He's having a pretty good backstroke section. Leaders still 1 and 2, Kyle and Andrew. They're pretty well clear of the rest at the moment. Best of the rest is Hamish Wiper. And it's going to be a big ask for anyone who's not in the top 3 to get anywhere in the mix here onto breaststroke. And not the greatest of turns from either Kyle or Andrew, and that's given Hamish a wee chance to close on them. Sam Curry from North Ayrshire in 4, making some ground. It's now the City of Glasgow swimmer Andrew Patterson, who might just be ahead of his teammate Hamish Wiper. As we turn down the final stretch, Hamish Wiper strikes the front, or does he? It's still over on the far side, advantage with Andrew. 2 North Ayrshire boys almost together. Sam Curry having a very good breaststroke section, but Andrew Patterson has kept it pretty well together during the second half of the breaststroke. On to freestyle, and he has a very good advantage now. So City Glasgow 1-2. Hamish Wiper in 2nd, Sam Curry 3rd. Kyle Sanderson, Jack Higney 4th and 5th. Well, City Glasgow, we're going to take this one with Andrew Patterson. Hamish Wiper just in 2nd place, but Sam Curry might get that 2nd. Better turn from Sam, he's gone clear in 2nd, but he'll not catch Andrew Patterson, who's got this one well wrapped up now. City Glasgow's Andrew Patterson takes this from the 2 North Ayrshire boys, Sam Curry, Kel Sanderson. So lanes 3, 4 and 5. That's our finish order. So that concludes our second heat. So we move on to our third heat. Just before we do so, a disqualification in that last heat, lane 2 for a technical infraction. So just 3 more heats to finish the afternoon proceedings. This is heat number 3. It's just a slight delay for this one, boys. Just relax for a moment. We're just checking and confirming a time from that previous heat.
And we move on to heat 3. In lane 0, Ollie Jeffords from Ren 96. In 1, Brian Fitzpatrick from Western Bartonshire. 2, Ryan Crabby from Ren 96. 3, Murray Johnson, also Ren 96. 4, Oliver Jones, Inverclyde. 5, Lewis Bray, Inverclyde. 6, Jay McKinnon, Western Bartonshire. 7, Matthew McInnes, City of Glasgow. 8, Logan Russell, Cumbernauld. And 9, Jack Kylehan from Ren 96. So as they come down here from doing the butterfly after 2 lengths, they turn into the backstroke. And we'll see who's out front is lane 5. Lewis Bray from Inverclyde, but also going really, really well is lane 8 is Logan Russell from Cumbernauld. In fact, they're all swimming practically together here. So we'll see if anything can separate them, whether when they come in to do the breaststroke, it separates them more. Going well over in lane 3 is Murray Johnson. So it looks like lane 3's out ahead, also over in lane 0, having a good backstroke, is Ollie Jeffords. But lane 8, Logan Russell from Cumbernauld also. So we'll see what happens the breaststroke. That should separate them out as they turn. So probably slightly ahead here is lane 3 in the breaststroke, Murray Johnson. And going well also is lane 8, Logan Russell. But again, they're very much keeping it together in the same pace. They haven't, the stroke's not, we're not seeing anybody standing out in breaststroke against anybody else here. So I don't think that the order's going to change that much here. Coming through, lane 6 is doing well. which is... But touching first is lane 8 after the breaststroke, Logan Russell. And touching second is Murray Johnson from Wren. So as they move into the freestyle, we'll see who's got the strongest freestyle here to bring this home. It looks like Logan Russell is out front. Can Murray in lane 3 catch him? So we'll see what happens as they bring this down. This is between Murray and Logan, coming down here for the last bit, but also coming through quite strongly is lanes 5 and 4 as they all come down here. Lanes 4 and... So as they come down, it's definitely going to be lane 8. It's going to take this. Logan Russell's going to take this first, followed by lane 3, Murray Johnson, and it looks like lane 6, Jay McKinnon, is going to be third. That's your 1, 2, 3. So we move into heat 4. In 0, Caelan Forsyth, South Ayrshire. In 1, Kyle Harper, also South Ayrshire. In 2, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde. 3, Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen. 4, Cameron Beck, Inverclyde. 5, Cameron McMillan, Renfrew Baths. 6, Cole Murphy from City of Glasgow. 7, Sam Lee from Stirling Swim. 8, Finlay Morris from Inverclyde. And 9, Cooper Sloss from North Ayrshire. So as they come down here for the butterfly, lane 4, Cameron Beck is in the lead here. It's difficult to see who's... They're all very much together after that.
Sheena, 207.
So as the swimmers come down here, still out front is lane 4. So Cameron Beck from Inverclyde's got a strong lead here. Going well over in 1 is Kyle Harper. And also in lane 6 is Cole Murphy. But turning first here is lane 4 is Cameron Beck. I haven't done any of them. I can do it. Will I do that one? I can just bring you some results of event 204. That was the boys, 11 to 12, 200 butterfly. First place, Murray Johnson, Ren 96. Second was Ollie Jeffords, also Ren 96. And third was Rui Stevenson from Falkirk. So we come back to the swimmers doing their breaststroke in the IM. And still out front is Cameron Beck from Inverclyde. But coming close at him is lane 3, Finlay Bennett from Rutherglen. And also on his other side is Cameron McMillan from Renfrew Baths. So at the moment that's your 1, 2, 3 after the breaststroke when they turn into the freestyle. So we'll see what happens here. Who's got the strongest freestyle out of the 3 of them. And it looks as though it is still lane 4, Cameron Beck. But going very, very well as the swimmer on his other side from Renfrew Baths. The 2 of them are holding. This will be the 1, 2, 3. And I don't think anybody's going to catch Cameron as he comes down. He's having a great swim here. So he's coming down. He's definitely going to take this. Nobody's can take that. So he comes in first place, Cameron Beck. Second, lane 5 is Cameron McMillan. And then third on the other side from Rutherglen is Finlay Bennett.
Just give you some more results. The girls 200 breaststroke in the 11-12-year-old age group. First was Amy Dobson Kingston. Second, Evie Chan, North Ayrshire. Third, Erin Lockery from Stranraer Stingrays. In the 13-year-old age group, first was Katie Gillis, Renfrew Baths. 2, Daisy McInnes, City Glasgow. Third, Molly Irvin Watson from Stranraer Stingrays. Moving on to the boys 11-12-year-old backstroke. First was Anne Machin, Western Bartonshire. Second, Stefan Nasachuk's Stranraer Stingrays. Third, Ryan Crabb, Ren 96. And the 13-year-olds, first Kyle Connolly, City Glasgow. Second was Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. Third, Finlay Bennett from Rutherglen. Just coming back to that previous heat, disqualification, lane 7 for a technical infraction. And on to the 50 backstroke, the girls 1, 2, 3 and 11-12s. Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. Second, Evie Anderson, South Ayrshire. Third was Bethan Gibb, Stranraer Stingrays. And finally, the 13-year-olds, Abigail McKernery, Inverclyde. Second, Chloe Semple. And third, Lisa McNeil, Grangemouth. So on to the final event, final heat, heat 5. In lane 0, Stefan Nashatuks from Stranraer Stingrays. Teammate George Zibaniski goes in lane 1. 2, Lachlan Haney, Dumfries. Empty lane in 3. Aaron Machin, Western Bartonshire in 4. Ethan Collins, Belsilk Sharks goes in 5. We have an empty lane in 6. Max Miller, Western Bartonshire goes in lane 7. And in 8, Kyle Connolly, City Glasgow. 9, Keir Russell, Cumbernauld. So Ethan off to a good start on the butterfly and backstroke. And Machin, a year younger, second. He's got a pretty good breaststroke, but he's got to have an outstanding breaststroke to get anywhere near Ethan now. This looks all cut and dried with 100 to go. Third place, Kyle Connolly. Max Miller turning in 4th. That's where the medals are coming from for the 13-year-olds in 7 and 8. Certainly Kyle Connolly looks second best in the 13-year-olds. Ethan Collins, 13. Max in 7 is also 13. Aaron Machin, as I say, 12-year-old. But still got a fair bit to make up on Ethan. That first half, butterfly and backstroke has set the tone for this as we come up with 50 of freestyle to go. About 5 metres clear. Nobody's going to touch Ethan Collins now. Aaron Machin turning second. So it looks certain that they're going to be gold medalists in the 13 and 12-year-old age group respectively. Kyle Connolly looks good for silver. Stefan Nushatax from Stranraer Stingrays going very nicely over in lane 0, the other 12-year-old in this heat. And coming down to the finish, Ethan Collins takes that by some margin. Aaron Machin in second. Kyle Connolly in third. And Stefan Nushatax finishes 4th, but second in the 12-year-old category, I think. And Keir Russell in 5th, I think will be 3rd in the 13-year-olds, but we'll wait for all those results to be confirmed. Just to conclude the backstroke, the boys 11-12-year-olds. First was Blake Herdman from Inverclyde. Second, Aaron Machin, Western Bartonshire. Third, Stefan Nushtax from Stranraer Stingrays. Their 13-year-old backstroke. First, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. Second, Kyle Mossman, City Glasgow. Third, Alan Merrick from Cumbernauld. Our girls 200 metres individual medley, our 11, 12-year-old medalists. First was Evie Chan, North Ayrshire. Second, Amy Dobson, Kingston. Third, Erin Lockery, Stranraer Stingrays. And finally, our 13-year-olds, Evie Mackey, Lanark. Second, Gina Wren, City Glasgow. Third, Molly Irvin Watson, Stranraer Stingrays. So that concludes all our swimming for this afternoon. Just wait for our final confirmation. Just coming back to that last heat, unfortunately disqualifications in 1 and 2 in that last heat for technical infractions. So thanks everyone for joining us on the live stream. It's been a wee bit longer than we expected due to the technical difficulties we've had. But I hope you've enjoyed our commentary from Jean and myself, nonetheless. Please join us again tomorrow. We get underway at, I think, about 9 o'clock. 8:15 warm-up, 9 o'clock start. So join us probably around 5 to 9. And you'll see us, I think it's Jackie Smith working with me tomorrow. I don't think Jean's with me tomorrow. From Jean and myself, from Tollcross, thanks for joining us on the live stream from West Districts today.